The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down throw for Prescott. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Dallas.
They'll run with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brings up second down at the 13-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is caught. He hits more. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Play action. Now Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The quarterback.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
We're scoreless after 1. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Again, Jackson. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
For the point after.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Jackson
got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, Make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Prescott from the gun. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. 7 yards there and a first down.
To Blake Jarwin.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Panthers' 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally down at the 41-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 31 yards.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Cowboy ball carrier. He was brought down at his 49-yard line.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Cowboy first down.
Prescott on first down. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Joey Slye to kick off.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Ed sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson taking a shot for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darren Lee picks it, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Big Derek Brown making the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Zerline good with a PAT. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we are tied at 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
Complete to number 88.
CeeDee Lamb, becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
21.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Cowboys 21, Panthers 14.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Jackson on the
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
intended for Robbie.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking deep, and got his man complete. 20,
That's what it is, baby.
10.
That's what it is.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now he's forced out left. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Prescott. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for number 80.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. His throw incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Prescott to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
10 at their own 15-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He's going to look deep for more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing, Prescott. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
22-yard line.
To throw again, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Escaping the pressure right. And he finds Cook. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to route.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Cowboys 35. Panthers.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Cowboys.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.